Hello! Welcome back to my channel. I'm Katie.the.cosmic.sailor, and today we're going to be looking at messages from the element of fire. So before we get into the reading, I just want to say thank you so much for those who've subscribed to my channel and have joined the Sailor family. Thank you so much for being here. I'm so grateful for you. And if you're not subscribed and you feel called to subscribe, please do subscribe to the channel and join the Sailor family. But I just wanted to get that out of the way. And I also do want to apologize if you can hear any background noise today. My husband is playing his game, so he's talking with his friends in the living room. So if you can hear him, that's what that noise is. But today we have 3 groups to choose from. We have the first group, which is the Pyrite. And then we have the second group, which is the blue Calcite. And then we have the third group, which is the red Jasper. So we're going to get messages from the element of fire. What does the element of fire want to say to you today? And then we're going to get advice and guidance from the element of fire as well. So if you need more time to meditate on the piles, feel free to pause the video. I will have the timestamps linked in the description box below. That way you can click right to your video. Super excited to get into this reading today. You can choose based on the crystal, or maybe you feel drawn to a certain candle. But yeah, that's the reading for today, and I will see you in your groups. Bye! Hello! If you are group number 1 or you chose the Pyrite crystal, this is your message from the element of fire. Just get a close-up on this beautiful crystal that you chose. So beautiful. We'll put this over here, and we're gonna light your candle. So already, with the way the candle lit, it kind of started out small and then grew. So I feel like you could be going through a period of growth. I feel like you could be meditating more. I feel like your candle is very still. Let's see, I want you to be able to see your candle as well. It's so bright. I feel like you are a bright person. You could be very creative, very intelligent. I feel like this fire feels at home. So you could be one of those people that whether you feel this way or not, other people could believe that you feel very comfortable in your body. Or you could have a lot of fire placements in your chart. I'm hearing Leo specifically. I feel like the message really is either you've been meditating a lot, or your spirit guides, the element of fire, is encouraging you to meditate and tap into this energy of stillness. I just heard quiet contemplation. Maybe there's a decision that you've been trying to make, or maybe you've been feeling indecisive on something in your life. And I feel like your spirit guides, the element of fire, is really encouraging you to find the stillness within, and the answers will come. So we're going to put this over here for now. We're going to watch it throughout the reading. Let's see. Your candle is just so bright on camera. I don't even know if you can see that. I'm going to try something really quick. Okay. It's not much better. We'll turn the light back on. But I feel like your flame is just so bright. It's very yellow. And so when I see the color yellow, I'm thinking of the solar plexus chakra. So I feel like you could be doing work on your solar plexus chakra, maybe healing it, maybe stepping more into your power, being more confident in your skin. Or your spirit guides are really encouraging you to claim your power, reclaim your power. I just heard diamond in the rough. So I feel like you could be, as I was saying in the beginning with the message of growth, I feel like you could be going through a period of pressure where things may seem stressful, but I feel like it's because you're becoming this diamond. We're going to get some more messages, some more clarity. I'm seeing the Hermit card. So I feel like your spirit guides, the element of fire, is really encouraging you to go within and find the light within, find the stillness within. Your flame is just so still, so peaceful. Let's get some more clarity. Spirit guides of love and light, please connect me to the energy of fire. Please get some messages, the element of fire. I did see this card flip over, which is the eagle. I feel like, sorry about that. I feel like one of your messages is that you're at a point in your life where you're being called to look at things from a higher perspective, a higher understanding. And it's interesting too on this eagle card here, how we see this eagle almost trying to grasp this. But you know how I was saying, like, finding the stillness within, finding the light within? It's almost like this emptiness. And what I mean by emptiness is just, I mean pure awareness. Because when you think about stillness, stillness is the absence of noise. Stillness is the absence of sound. So you need sound in order to find stillness. It's like coming back to yourself. I feel like the element of fire is really encouraging you to meditate and tap into this inner stillness. I feel like looking more into Mooji, Mooji. He's a spiritual teacher on YouTube. Looking more into him, or Eckhart Tolle, or just spiritual teachers who teach about this stillness, this silence within. Let's get some more clarity. Card. We have the earthworm. I feel like you could be a naturally very quiet person, or I'm just hearing maybe you don't have a lot of things to say, but when you do say something, it's very powerful. I feel like you could be a very powerful public speaker, an inspirational leader, I just heard as well. I feel like you could be at a point in time where you're learning how to find your true, authentic voice. There's videos on YouTube that you can look up how to find your true voice, whether that's public speaking or singing. When I was picking up this Leo energy, I feel like this, just remember to take what resonates and leave what doesn't, but I feel like you could love to entertain people. You could love to, I feel like you're a very giving person, and you could love to bring the light that you feel inside to others. With this earthworm card here, I do feel like you're the element of fire, or your spirit guides are really encouraging you to take more risks. Step out of your comfort zone, I just heard as well. We're going to get more clarity. Spirit guides of love and light, please connect me to the energy of fire. What would you like to say to pile number 1? What would you like to say? So we have the Three of Wands coming out. I'll show you a close-up. With this image here, this blue, I feel like blue could be very healing for you, especially if you are a public speaker, or maybe you like to sing, or maybe you're some kind of entertainer. I feel like blue, or wearing blue, whether that's blue clothes, blue necklaces, blue makeup, just surrounding yourself in the color blue, I feel like is very healing for your throat chakra and allows you to express your authenticity easier, with less resistance, I just heard. I'll put this card down here. Can we please get more information? What would you like to tell? Oh wow, we have the Hermit card come out, which is funny because I was mentioning the Hermit card. I feel, and see how she's carrying this like candle and this like circling in. It's almost like this like circling in energy back to herself, back to yourself. Finding the light within. And then we had the Three of Cups come out. So I just saw 1123. You could be seeing that number, or that number could be significant to you, maybe November 23rd. But with the Three of Cups here, like I was saying, taking risks, I feel like there could be people around you or people in your environment who are trying to get you out of your shell, I just heard. They could ask you questions, or they could try to get to know you a little bit more. And I feel like the element of fire is really encouraging you to let people in, let people see this inner flame, let people see this inner light, this inner inspiration that you carry with you. I feel like your spirit guides, the element of fire, is really encouraging you to play, to get into this energy of playfulness and not take everything so seriously. So we have the energy of Virgo here with the Hermit. I feel like you could have a Virgo placements in your chart, or maybe you have 6th house placements in your chart. But I feel like with the element of fire, I feel like you could be learning the balance of going within. I'm hearing surrender, submission, and permission. I feel like the song Wind Resistance by Kiranet. I would just look up Wind Resistance song. I feel like that song could be very healing for you. But in that song, she mentions I'll teach myself submission while I grant myself permission. And so what that means, I feel like with that message coming through, I feel like you're learning how to surrender to the universe through this like hermit energy of knowing yourself and knowing the things that you can do and what you can control in life, but also granting yourself permission to step outside of the box, granting yourself permission to be who you want to be, to show the world what you want to show the world about your life, to grant yourself permission to take risks and put yourself out there and play and laugh with other people. I feel really called to read the Eagle card out of the book. The Eagle is air, and I believe it's the most evolved. It is. It's the most evolved form of air. So it says, all-pervading power, truth seeker, transforms karma. And I feel like that's the energy that you're in right now. You could be a very curious person, or maybe you were very curious as a child. I feel like you're here to learn certain things about the world and come to such an understanding that you teach other people these things. I feel like you're a teacher at heart, or you just care about the general well-being of other people. But this card says, the noble eagle emanates the light of the sun. This great bird is both physically and spiritually strong and represents mastery over the elements of fire and air. When the eagle appears, you'll soon be thrown into the karmic fire for the sake of your transformation. The eagle pushes us to be our best and brightest selves and stops at nothing to see us shine. Grasp the sun in your talons and hold on for the ride. You are stronger than you think, eagle child. And then it says, to bring into balance, step into the unknown. That's interesting because I believe the earthworm card, to bring into balance, is to take risks. So I feel like the element of fire is really encouraging you to get out of your comfort zone and do something that you've never done before. Whether that's talking to somebody that you've never talked to, or that you've maybe thought about making friends with this person and you never have, or maybe this is a love interest that you've thought about communicating with and you haven't, or maybe this is a mentor that you've thought about reaching out to, or this could even be like a creative project that you've been thinking about pursuing. Something that you've been thinking about doing, and maybe you've had indecision over this. Maybe I could do it, maybe I couldn't. I feel like the element of fire really believes in you and really wants you to believe in yourself. You have the Eagle card here, so this is a very, very powerful card. In and of itself, it's the most evolved form of air. So like I was saying, you're on this path of evolution, and how we have the spiral here on this Hermit card, it's making me think of how two things. One, how it's not about the destination, it's about the journey. It's about the present moment, what's happening in your immediate surroundings. I feel like you could tend to get lost in your head or thoughts, or maybe maybe you can be in situations where you aren't really thinking about the present moment or what's going on until after, and then you think back on those moments, and then another moment is happening, and then while that new moment is happening, you're thinking about the past. I feel like Spirit really wants you to embrace the present moment and embrace what's going on in your current environment, and this is where you will find opportunities to shift realities, I just heard. So this could be if you're wanting to be with somebody, or have a new friend, or pursue a new project. In order to achieve those things, you have to be willing to act on your inspiration in the present moment. And then the second thing I'm hearing with this Hermit card is our journeys are not linear. When you think about a path, it's not straight from point A to point B when it comes to life. There's turns, there's twists, there's ups and downs, there's tower moments, there's sun moments, there's all kinds of things that happen in life, and it's not just from point A to B, it's not that straight. And so I feel like going within would be very helpful for you, because you could really listen to your inner voice in the moments of solitude. Whenever you're in solitude, listening to your inner voice and learning what your intuition sounds like, learning to trust yourself, learning to trust your authentic voice is going to help you whenever you're in social situations or situations where there's other people around, to listen to that inner voice and be able to take risks and step into the unknown from this place of authenticity, as opposed to maybe losing yourself in those moments and doing what other people tell you to do or reacting out of your environment. I feel like the element of fire is really encouraging you to get centered. That way, when you are presented with these opportunities that I see are going to be presented to you, are coming your way, when you're presented with these opportunities, you will know and you will see them and you will recognize them, and you will be able to take action or step into the unknown or take a risk in that moment. This is interesting. Really beautiful energy. We're going to get some advice and guidance. We're going to finish with some advice and guidance. Spirit guides of love and light, please connect me to the energy of fire. I feel like getting into your body would be very healing for you as well. Maybe doing yoga or dancing or just moving your body. Sitting out in the sun, I feel like would be very healing for you as well. And really just tapping into your body and your breath as well. And really getting in touch with these very primal sources and responses in you. So when you hear a beat, just moving your body to the beat, or stomping your feet on the ground and really dancing and just feeling out the music, I feel like will help you get in touch with your authenticity as well. Let's get some advice and guidance from the element of fire. So, as your advice, we have lost land, soul memories, and gifts. You've done this before. So with this image, I'm really just seeing the lost city of Atlantis. So you probably are a very evolved soul. You've probably gone through certain experiences in your past life, and it's gotten you certain results. And so in this life, you're being encouraged to take those same steps because it leads toward a path of growth or evolution, a soul growth, of soul evolution. And with this, you've done this before. I'm really hearing the message to trust yourself, trust your intuition, trust yourself, trust the universe, trust those gut nudges, trust whatever is coming into your reality that it's meant for you. You're on the right path. You've done this before, so it's like you already know what needs to happen. You already know what you need to do. You don't really even have to think about it because you already know. And then on the back of the deck, we have I Remember. Let's see if it'll focus. Soul Plan, the fated life versus the destiny life. Ooh, this is powerful as your last piece of advice and guidance, because this is talking about fate versus destiny. So from my understanding, from what I've learned, we have both in our life. It's not just one. We have a fate and we have a destiny. So the fate is the way things are supposed to go in your life, what you're supposed to experience, who you're supposed to become. And the destiny is whenever you tap into the present moment, you can change certain things, or you can change your perspective about certain things based on what you want to bring into life at the present moment. So yes, there are certain things that we're supposed to go through in life. And as I was saying, the tower moments, the sun moments, the good, the bad, there are certain things that we signed up to experience down here on Earth because we knew that it would give us a certain outcome, or it would advance us in a certain way, evolve us in a certain way, grow us in a certain way. But there's also other things that may arise spontaneously that you want to experience. And so I feel like your advice really is to tap into the inner stillness within, quiet contemplation, meditation, yoga, take risks, step into the unknown. And yeah, I feel like the element of fire is really telling you that you're on the right path. Everything is exactly as it should be. But I feel like the element of fire really wants you to have fun and embrace this energy of joy that is around you. Whether that's through other people or a passion project or something like this. But I feel like that's all for you, pile number 1. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this reading, please give me a like. Please comment down below, let me know. And if you feel called, please subscribe to the channel and join the Sailor family. It really does help my channel grow. And thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day or night, and I will see you later. Bye. Hello. Hi there, pile number 2. If you chose the blue calcite, this is your reading. We're going to look at messages from the element of fire for you. So already, if you chose this blue crystal, I feel like you could be really connected to the energy of water. I feel like water could be very nourishing for you, very soothing. That's like taking hot showers, soaking in the bath, listening to the sound of rain, listening to the sound of the ocean, listening to the sound of trickling water. Also maybe drinking water. Spirit could be encouraging you to take a drink of water right now. So we're going to put your crystal over here and we're going to get in. Spirit guides of love and light, please connect me to the energy of fire. So bright. Look at that reflection on the table. And I'm sorry if you can't see the flame, but look at this like orange glow around this candle. I don't know if it was like that for pile number 1, but I'm really noticing it in your pile. You could be connecting to the energy of your sacral chakra. Maybe you're doing sacral chakra healing work. Or you could just be a very creative individual, very connected with the color orange. I'm really getting the message of rebirth for you. I saw 2 things. First, I saw a sun setting and then rising again, which to me is like symbolizing a new dawn, a new day. Hey, I'm hearing that song by, I don't know if this is who sings it or if he just did a remake. It's like, I'm Feeling Good by Michael Bublé. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life, it's a new life for me. And I'm feeling good. I feel like you could be coming out of a dark night of the soul. But then the second thing that I saw was a phoenix rising out of the ashes. And so I feel like you could, or maybe you have gone through a period of destruction in your life. This could have been a tower moment, or this could have been the dark night of the soul, or something that you experienced that I'm just hearing like completely deconstructed you. This could have been an ego death or something like this. The way you saw things, I'm just seeing like a piece of paper being set on fire. It's like how you used to see or process or experience the world no longer fits into what you are experiencing or seeing or processing now. And so like the phoenix rising, I feel like you are in a period of transformation. You're in a period of rebirth. You're in a period of discovering yourself again. And the beautiful thing with tower moments or ego deaths is it brings you to a place of complete stillness where there is no identity left. There's nothing left for you to hold on to. So it allows you to be in this energy of creativity, of creation, to be able to create something new. You know, whether that's a new perspective, a new idea, a new belief about yourself, about others, about the way you process things in the world. I feel like you are in this period of transformation. And so maybe that's why I was connecting with the color blue for you. I feel like you could be healing your throat chakra or embracing a new part of yourself that you didn't know or see before. I just saw a crystal with a bunch of different sides, and so I feel like that's a representation of you and how you are multifaceted. You know, you're not just one thing. You don't just experience the world in one way. You can experience the world in multiple different ways. You can like multiple different things. You can be a super girly girl and a super tomboy, and you can love tarot, and you can love yoga, and you can love to play video games, and you can find hanging out with animals just as stressful as it is relaxing. You know, you're more than one thing, and I feel like you're coming to this realization, or maybe you've already realized this. We're gonna get into your oracle cards. I feel like the element of fire is really encouraging you to tap into this energy of creation. Creativity. You could be in a really big phase of inspiration. Maybe you're a writer or an artist, or you do something creative for a living, or not even for just a living, but just because you simply enjoy it. And you could be going through a phase where maybe you were in a dark phase where all of your pictures or your poetry was really dark and showed the darker side of life, and now you're wanting to create things that are more light and flowy and free. You could also be very connected to the fae. I just saw somebody with fairy wings, so maybe you have a fairy tattoo or a wing tattoo or maybe a feather tattoo. I feel like you're very connected, honestly, with all of the elements. Maybe in one of your past lives you were an alchemist, or you understood the nature of creation, the nature of destruction. I feel like you could be learning this lesson again. There's a lot of messages coming through with this pile. So I feel like you're very connected to spirit. You're very connected to your Akashic records as well. Whether you realize it or not, you could have dreams about past lives, or maybe you have dreams about future lives. Let's go ahead and get into your cards. Whew. Very high energy, very high vibe with this pile. Please connect me to the element of fire. So we had the turtle come out. We'll get one more for you. What does the element of fire want to say to group number 2? We have the black egg, which is funny because the black egg is the throat chakra. And so like I was saying with this throat chakra energy, you could be at a point in your life where you're expressing yourself in a different way. Or maybe you're being called to express your truth. Or just connecting with the energy of your truth. And then with the turtle here, the turtle is all about slow and steady wins the race. The turtle is also connected to the earth element and the water element. So we have this like balanced energy. I feel like you could be very balanced. Maybe you have a lot of Virgo in your chart. Maybe you have a lot of 6th house placements. I'm also seeing just earth in general. So that's Capricorn or Taurus placements as well. I feel like the element of fire is saying you could be called to go on an adventure. And this doesn't even have to be a big adventure. I feel like you could get a lot of signs and synchronicities from the universe, from your spirit guides, from really anything. I feel like you could be really into divination as well. But with this turtle card being here, I feel like you're really being encouraged to maybe go a different route, or maybe on your way home you feel called to go through a park or something like this. I feel like the element of fire really wants you to stop and smell the roses, really getting in touch with the present moment and what's going on around you. I feel like could be very big inspiration. So like I was saying with the element of water, maybe you're encouraged to go to a lake nearby, or if you live by the ocean or a river, and just really connecting with that energy of water and flow, and creating something from this. So whether that's writing something next to a lake or really just channeling the energy of water, I feel like you could be into divination or tarot. You could be a tarot reader or a channeler or something like this. You have a very powerful voice as well. I feel like you have a very empathetic voice, a very understanding voice, a very kind of soft yet powerful voice is what I'm hearing. And if you've been feeling called to maybe create something with your voice, whether that's making a song or taking vocal lessons or something like this, I feel like the element of fire is really encouraging you to tap into the energy of your throat chakra. Let's get some more information. Spirit guides of love and light, please connect me to the energy of fire. I'm feeling like really just connecting with the energy of nature is very healing for you. Like I was saying with like the sounds of water, I feel like this could go with anything. Maybe you could candle gaze, or watching incense smoke move and receiving messages like this, or putting your feet on the earth and grounding your energy, or talking to the trees, or things like this. I feel like you're very connected with the natural world, or the element of fire or spirit. Your spirit guides are really encouraging you to connect with the element of the natural world. Let's see. Get some more clarity. What's a fire? What would you like to say? I feel like this card wants to come out. Number 2. Okay. So we have the Chariot here. Let's see if you can see that. We have the Six of Wands. And we have the World. Messages from the element of fire. What do you want to say to pile number 2? I feel like listening to I am affirmations would be very beneficial for you, and realizing how powerful you are. You could be going on a trip here soon, or maybe you've been feeling like making a trip, whether that is even just like driving 2 hours out of town and setting up a tent, or booking a hotel in a different city. It doesn't have to be too far, just somewhere else. I feel like you're really being called to go on an adventure, because in the Six of Wands, we see this person like flying away from this like white castle on this like white bug. So it makes me think like she is the queen of this castle, of this domain, and she's leaving it behind to go explore something else. I'm also seeing the anime Kino's Journey. You can watch it on Crunchyroll, but it's about a girl who goes on travel. And we also have the World card here as well, which talks about travel. So I feel like the element of fire is really encouraging you to maybe go on an adventure, or take a different route, or discover something new within your world, within your environment. On the back of the deck, we have the Justice card. Put that right there. I feel really called to look at the Turtle card in the book. Turtle is water energy. So we have the message of trust again. There could, if you felt drawn to pile number 1, there could be a message in that pile for you, but it says ancient soul grounded, trusting at home in the self. So with this message of trust, I feel like throat chakra yoga, kundalini yoga, really just any kind of yoga that gets you in touch with your body, I feel like would be very helpful and very healing for you and getting in touch with the present moment. I feel like is going to help you feel more at home in yourself, more grounded in your body, or maybe just like putting your feet on the earth outside and just breathing and just looking at the sky, looking at nature, looking at natural things. I feel like is going to be very healing for you, or your spirit guides are really encouraging you to get in touch with the natural world. But it says, it is wonderful to be in the presence of a turtle personality. Like the beaver, the turtle has a strong relationship with the earth and water elements simultaneously. This helps to ground and connect them to the deeper truths of life. No matter where their travels lead them, turtle energy is behind all great writers and storytellers. And it's interesting that we have writer and storyteller here. You could be a writer, or maybe you're the person in your friend group who's really good at telling stories. I'm just seeing somebody, say there's like an experience that happens to 3 people. I don't know why I'm seeing 3, but 3 people. And the fourth person comes up to the group and they want you to tell the story. Even though they experienced the same thing you did, they say, oh no, you tell it. You tell stories the best. I just feel like the elements of fire is really reiterating that you could be a really great storyteller. And this is really powerful, you know, when you think about storytelling, all the great people who wrote novels, who wrote movies, who produced movies, even on TikTok, like you think about the really good TikTokers, it's because they're able to tell a story. And I feel like this is one of your powers, one of your superpowers or gifts or talents that you have. And maybe the element of fire is encouraging you to really tap into this energy. You could be, maybe you're writing a book, or maybe you've been feeling called to write a book, a poetry book, a children's book, something like this. Well, let's see. It says, let's see if that'll focus. This helps to ground and connect them to the deeper truths of life. No matter where their travels lead them, turtle energy is behind all great writers and storytellers as they collect life experiences under their shells for later use. The most potent turtle energy helps us close all the other books and begin to tell our own true tell. And so with this, I feel like the element of fire is really, really encouraging you to step into your authenticity and to really use your voice. I feel like you have a really powerful voice. Like I was saying in the beginning, I feel like you have a very empathetic voice. I feel like you have a soft yet strong voice. Like I'm feeling like you could be the person that doesn't really speak, isn't the person to just talk, but when they talk, people listen because they have something to say. And with the World card here as well, you could be closing a cycle or closing a chapter in your life, stepping into something new. I feel like you will be stepping into a lot of luck, or maybe you're just going to be seeing and experiencing the luck that's always been around you, I just heard. Very powerful pile. I feel like the element of fire is also really encouraging you to become your own best friend. So talking to yourself how you would talk to a friend, and not beating yourself up or talking down on yourself, but being more encouraging of yourself. And when something goes wrong, or maybe you make a mistake, as we all do in life, really encouraging yourself through that and talking yourself through that. I feel like the element of fire is really encouraging you to be more gentle to yourself, really understanding your power. I think, was this the group I was mentioning, I am affirmations? I feel like listening to I am affirmations would be very helpful for you, and shifting this like inner narrative that you may have of being so hard on yourself, or being judgmental, or being kind of unfair to yourself. But let's get some advice and guidance. I just saw 1919 on the clock, so you could be seeing 19 a lot, or not 1 plus 9 is 12. Wait, 9, 10 is 10. Sorry, 1 plus 9 is 10. So that's the energy of completion as well. So like I was saying, you could be completing a cycle, or you're transforming into something else. You're being encouraged to go out there and experience new things, experience new people, places, and things. And I also just heard you're getting a clearer perspective on the world. Let's get some advice and guidance for pile number 2. From the element of fire. Advice and guidance. I like that card needs to come out. Okay. So, we had 2 cards come out for you. The first one, Breath of the Cosmos. My will to thy will. Micromanaging the universe. With this coming out as your advice, I feel like your spirit guide, the element of fire, is really encouraging you to go with the flow right now, and not necessarily trying to maybe define or understand or predict what it is that you're going through right now, and just allowing the universe to do its job. You know, was it this group that I was seeing, the sun rising? I can't remember, but I'm seeing the image of the sun rising and setting, and with that image, I'm just getting the sense, you know, like, we don't control when the sun comes up, it just does, and we trust that it will every single day. You know, trusting yourself, I feel like, is a really big element in your life right now. Learning to trust yourself and know that you know what's best for you. And with this micromanaging the universe card, you know, when we think about the universe is this all-powerful, all-knowing, omniscient energy. You know, we can't ever fully understand what the universe knows while we are in our human body, while we are having a human experience. So I feel like the universe is really encouraging you to just trust yourself, trust the universe. Let go and flow is what I'm really hearing as well. And then we have perspective. None of this matters. Zoom out. Common ground. Look at that. That's us right now. Like, even at this moment while I'm doing this tarot reading, this is literally a picture of us. Me and you, wherever you are at in the world. Everybody in the world. And then look at all this space around us. You know? There's a song that I'm hearing. Oh, how does it go? It goes something like, the sun doesn't, well, I can't remember how the song goes, but it basically talks about how we think about, like, our perspective on Earth. We see the sun rise and set every day, but when you think about it, it's just because the Earth is rotating around the sun. The sun isn't actually moving around us, but that's how we experience it on Earth. Earth is actually moving around the sun. And so it says, none of this matters, zoom out, common ground. I feel like you're being really called to shift your perspective and let go of certain beliefs or ideas that are no longer serving you. I feel like you're stepping into this energy of being more light, being more carefree, or your spirit guides, the elements of fire, is really encouraging you to be almost like a child at heart and tap into this, like, inner child energy. Whenever you think of the inner child, they don't, or even just children in general, they don't worry about who's going to feed them, how they're going to pay bills, or even just like what they're going to wear that day. They just are solely living in the moment. And I feel like that's really what your spirit guides, the element of fire, is encouraging you to do, especially being in this creative energy. I feel like you're being really called to be in this creative energy and just allow it to be, and not worry about if what you're creating is quote unquote right or wrong, or the best move, or what you should be doing, or what you could be doing. Sorry about that. I feel like your spirit guides, the elements of fire, is really encouraging you to let go of all these expectations, let go of all these coulds, shoulds, woulds, and really just follow your heart. Follow where adventure calls. I feel like the movie Up could be very helpful, very healing for you as well. And I just saw, I think it's the little boy, he says, "Adventure's out there." Or one of them says, "Adventure's out there." I feel like that's you right now. Or your inner child could be saying, "Adventure's out there." And they're trying to encourage you to look at things from a different perspective. But I feel like that's really your main message. You're on the right path. Everything is exactly as it should be, and you're just becoming more yourself is really what I'm seeing or hearing. You could be a life path 5, a life path 3. I'm also seeing life path 9 as well. We also have 6, 7, 8 here. I just noticed that. So you could be seeing numbers in order, or numbers in like sequential order, like 6, 7, 8. That's interesting. Definitely a lot of signs. You're definitely getting a lot of messages from the universe, a lot of signs and synchronicities. The universe, the natural world, spirit, awareness, it's all trying to speak to you, and it's all trying to open your mind and open your perspective on things. But yeah, I feel like that's all I have for you today, pile number 2. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you liked it, please give me a like. Please comment down below and let me know. If you feel called to subscribe, please do. Please join the Sailor family. We would love to have you. And thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll see you later. Bye. Hello. Hi there, pile number 3. Welcome, 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 welcome. So already, whenever I was shuffling the cards, I felt this energy of Native American. So you could have Native American ancestors or lineage, or maybe in a past life you were Native American, or maybe in a past life you were a shaman. I just heard, before we even get into your candle, you were already receiving messages. I feel like you're very connected to the earth. But let's see. Let's look at your candle. Sorry guys, love and light. Please connect me to the energy of fire. I feel like your candle is very sharp. I feel like you could be very quick-witted, very brilliant, very bright in your mind. You could think differently than other people, but I feel like this is one of your gifts. I feel like you could be very connected to the element of fire. I'm getting like this cozy feeling from this flame. And so I feel like maybe listening to the sound of fire crackling could be very healing for you, very comforting. So with your group, I'm feeling this very like safe energy. I feel like the element of fire is wanting to let you know that you're safe, that you're protected. that you are divinely guided in everything that you do. But really just this like message of safety, I feel like could be very healing for you, repeating to yourself, I am safe. I feel like you could be doing a lot of healing on your root chakra. I'm almost getting this like very like holographic type feeling. I feel like you could be a very quiet person. I feel like you could sneak up on people, like you could just be behind people and people wouldn't know until they turned around and like, oh wow, I didn't even see you standing there. And you're like, well, I've been standing here this whole time, so that's really funny that that came through. To be honest, same, pile number 3. That happens to me all the time. I feel like I'm feeling this like very fast kind of energy. It's interesting because it's like a slow yet fast. I feel like you could be very connected to the present moment. I feel like you're a very hard worker. I feel like whenever you are working on something, you work on it very diligently. I feel like you could come into people's lives for a brief amount of time, but I feel like you inspire people to work harder toward their goals, toward their dreams. I feel like you're very helpful as well. I feel like you're very quick to help others or help those in need, or just even those around you. I just get this overall loving, protective energy from this flame. And so I feel like the fire element is really saying to you that you are safe, you are protected, you are divinely guided. This was a similar message in the other piles as well, but it's safe for you to be in your skin. It's safe for you to be at home in yourself. I feel like yoga or breath work or guided meditation could be very helpful for you. And just getting back into your body, grounding your energy in your body. I feel like self-care would be very helpful for you as well. I just saw somebody like doing a face mask, so maybe like a face mask or a skincare routine, or maybe taking care of your skin, your nails, lotioning your body after a bath, something like this. We're going to get into your oracle cards. I feel like you could be very attractive. Pile number 3, I feel like you could have a very beautiful energy that radiates from the inside out. I feel like you could have a lot of admirers, or you could have people who, I'm just seeing like somebody standing in a room and nobody's necessarily looking at you, but they're all aware that you're here. You know, it's like, it's very interesting because I was getting like this very opposing energy. I feel like you could be very hard to grasp. Nobody could really understand what you do, where you come from, but they kind of sense that you have this like energy about you that they want to get to know more, is what I'm seeing. So it's like maybe that's why you have these admirers, because they don't know what your next move is. You're very unpredictable, pile number 3. Let's get into the cards. Spirit guides, please connect me to the element of fire. What would you like to say to pile number 3? We have this card flip over that I saw, which is the deer. Nurturing energy. It's earth energy, very healing. get one more card, please? What's the fire element want to say? Oh, we had the eagle card come out, which is interesting because we had the eagle come out for another group as well. But for you, I'm also feeling called to pull one more card. The other groups only got 2, so you're getting 1 extra card. We have the bat. We have 2 air energy and 1 earth energy. I feel like you are very evolved, very high vibe, very wise. Very wise. I feel like the element of fire wants you to know how smart you are. But it's like, I feel like your wisdom could come from experience. You could have had people maybe try to put you in a box of some kind. And so I feel like you're constantly breaking limits. You're constantly testing boundaries. You're constantly stepping into a different version of yourself. Always changing. I feel like you could be a life path 5. I'm also seeing life path 1, life path 6, life path 7. The bat also brings this energy of rebirth, transformation. I feel like you, like I was saying, I feel like you just have this very beautiful energy. I feel like the element of fire really wants you to know how beautiful you are, because I feel like sometimes maybe the world has been kind of harder on you, or maybe people have projected onto you. But you are very beautiful. Your energy is very calming, very peaceful, yet fierce at the same time. With the eagle card here, the advice on the eagle card is to bring into balance, step into the unknown. And then I believe on the deer spirit, to bring into balance is nature or children. So you could be really encouraged to get in nature more, get in touch with nature, the sounds of nature. Maybe staring at the moon or stargazing would be very healing for you as well. You have this almost kind of like divine mother energy about you as well. Like I was picking up with that like cozy energy, I feel like you could have, maybe you have Cancer placements. I'm also seeing Leo placements. And then we have all the air signs, so Libra, Aquarius, or Gemini placements. But I feel like you could be like a home, really good at organizing your home. Very aesthetic. I feel like you have a very aesthetically pleasing energy about you. And so I feel like you bring that into your home, so people could come into your home and just feel very comforted, very cozy. Like I was picking up with this, like, I just saw like a fire crackling in a fireplace. And so when I think of that, I think of like a very welcoming energy. You're absolutely amazing, and I love this energy. I feel like you could have a lot of people who maybe ask questions about you. What do you like to do? What do you do in your free time? What's your favorite color? What's your favorite food? People are very curious about your inner world. Pile number 3. I feel like the elements of fire could be encouraging you to maybe step out of your comfort zone or step into the unknown or embrace this energy of change and rebirth. There could be an area of your life where you maybe feel stuck, and I feel like you already know this. And I just heard, grant yourself permission. Write yourself a permission slip that you can do or be or say anything that you want. With this deer spirit here, I feel like the element of fire is really encouraging you to let go of any people-pleasing tendencies that you may have and really focus on your own energy. Really focusing on what you want to bring into this world, who you want to connect with, who you want to be friends with. Not necessarily who wants to be friends with you, but who do you want to be friends with? Because I feel like with this energy, this like magnetizing energy that you have, I feel like there could be a lot of people in your life who want to get to know you. And while that's an amazing thing, sometimes it can have downsides because not everybody has the best intentions for you or for themselves, you know? And so I feel like the element of fire is encouraging you to be really discerning in who you allow into your environment. I feel like I believe it says to bring this energy into balance in the guidebook, says to watch the sun rise. And so I feel like that's almost kind of like a metaphor for stepping into your light, stepping into your joy, embracing your inner light, embracing your inner joy. Because when you think about the sun rising, it's like, it's so amazing. It's so beautiful. I feel like the element of fire is really encouraging you to watch the sun rise, because it's like this period, it's like this, everything is dark. There's darkness everywhere. And all of a sudden it just slowly gets brighter and brighter and brighter until it's completely illuminated. And it's so beautiful. I feel like you could be going through a glow up as well. I just saw 1404, so you could be seeing that number. I don't know why I just heard April baby. You could be born in April. Please remember to take what resonates and leave what doesn't as well. You're very powerful, pile number 3. And I feel like the element of fire really wants you to know how powerful you are. And I feel like you do to some extent, but maybe you don't, because you have this like gentle and empathetic nature about you. You don't necessarily claim your power because you feel like you could be stepping on other people's toes. I feel like you could be in an era or a phase in your life where your spirit is really encouraging you to claim your power and do what makes you happy, because it's your life. Oh, sorry about that. We're gonna get some tarot cards. Spirit guides of love and light, please connect me to the element of fire. The element of fire, I want to say to pile number 3. There's a song, I think it's like, you're beautiful, yes, it's true. I feel like listening to that song, I feel like fire is really encouraging you to listen to that song. Yeah, beautiful. I don't know the name of it. If you do know the name of it, please comment down below, let me know, because I can't remember it. But we had the 4 of Wands pop out. And look at that, with that like bee energy, that bee symbolism here. Like I was saying, I feel like you're a very diligent worker. You're a really hard worker. When there's something that you want, I feel like you really go all in. We're going to get 2 more cards. What would you like to say? Pile number 3. What would you like to say? So you actually got 4 cards. Very abundant energy. The element of fire wants you to know that you are abundant. You are blessed. So we have the 8. That's so crazy. We have the 8 of Pentacles coming out, which is an element, which is an energy of hard working, of being like a hard worker, working toward a goal, working to accomplish something, bring something into the physical. You could be working on something right now, creating something, whether that's growing a YouTube channel, whether that's growing a TikTok, whether that's creating an online presence. You're really putting in the work. And I feel like the element of fire, spirit guides are really saying that it's all about practice. You know, when you think about like doing something, I feel like they're really encouraging you to think about it as practice, you know? Practice makes perfect. Whenever you start something, you're not going to be perfect immediately. You have to kind of go with the flow, learn from your mistakes. And I'm also hearing there's no such thing as failure. There's only failure if you quit. So if you make a mistake and you keep going, that is a success. And I feel like the elements of fire really wants you to celebrate the small successes, celebrate the small wins. We have number 10 with the Wheel of Fortune here, and then we have the star, 15, with number 17 here. So I feel like things are really changing for you. You could be going through a Jupiter return, so you could be 24, 48, or maybe Jupiter is transiting something in your house where it's bringing this element of luck to you. I feel like you are becoming more magnetic. I feel like things are slowly but surely happening for you, whether you can see it or not. That's why I feel like the elements of fire is really encouraging you to celebrate your small wins, because the more you celebrate and the more you're in this energy of abundance and joy, the quicker things will happen for you. And I feel like the elements of fire is also encouraging you to really balance out your energies. I feel like you already do a really good job with this, but even so, they're saying you can still balance a little bit more. So I feel like you have the capacity to handle a lot of things. You could be the type of person who has a lot of projects going on at once. And I feel like this is beautiful, and I feel like the element of fire is really encouraging you and saying that this is meant for you. You know, a lot of times in society they say like, oh, you need to find one job and do that job and perfect it, you know, but I feel like you really are a multitasker. I feel like you can do a lot of things at once, and I feel like the elements of fire is really encouraging you to embrace all parts of yourself, all the things that you love to do, you know. Maybe you like to draw, but you also like to write, you know. Don't forget about that part of you that loves to draw and still pursue those things. I feel like you're growing and expanding exponentially, I just heard. This is absolutely beautiful. The element of fire really wants to say that luck is on your side. Have hope and faith that things are working out exactly as they should. You're putting in the work for sure. And I feel like the element of fire is really encouraging you to keep going. You've got this. Really beautiful energy. You're a very hard worker, and you're doing an amazing job, pile number 3. Absolutely amazing. I feel like it's very important for you, though, to remember to stop and smell the roses. Remember to celebrate the small wins. Because when you do that, I feel like it gives you this energy of inspiration of, wow, I made it this far. I can keep going. You've got this, pile number 3. You've got this. And then also I'm seeing 4, 8, 10. You could be seeing a lot of numbers like odd number or even numbers, or numbers like 2 apart. So like 3, 6, 9, 4, 8, 10. Or I guess that wouldn't be 2 apart. You get what I'm saying. You could be seeing a lot of 3, 6, 9, 4, 6, 8, 4, 6, 8, 10. We're going to get some advice and guidance for you. Please get some advice and guidance from the elements of fire. Pile 3. Oh my gosh. You know, I'm actually not surprised that the blue flame card came out. This is a beautiful card. I love it when this card comes out. It says, the blue flame, spontaneous awakening, activation, integration time. So like I was saying, with the work that you've been putting in, the things that you've been working toward, achieving, accomplishing, it's for real happening for you, pile number 3. And I feel like you're being encouraged to integrate the lessons that you've learned along the way. So I'm also hearing there's no such thing as problems, only solutions. You could be listening to a lot of motivational speeches, or the elements of fire is really encouraging you to listen to a lot of motivational speeches, because I feel like you have this energy of once, like, I'm just seeing like a snowball rolling down a hill. Like once you get the momentum, you keep going and you have the ability to achieve and accomplish big things and great things in life. And when you think about like the blue flame, it's like really, really, really hot. It has a lot of heat in it. And so I feel like you're going through this time where you could be releasing a lot of creativity, or you could be having a lot of inspiration. The elements of fire is really encouraging you to act on this inspiration, act on this creativity, because you're meant to share your gifts with the world, I just heard. And then we have lifting the veil, questioning everything, anything unaligned must go. So with this card coming up as your advice, I feel like you're being really encouraged to let go of things that are no longer serving you, whether that is old, outdated beliefs about yourself or others, whether that is negative thoughts or intrusive thoughts that you have about yourself or others, or just your life in general. I feel like with the message of the motivational speeches, I feel like Spirit is really, or the elements of fire, your spirit guide, Spirit, has really been giving you a pep talk and really been trying to say like, you've got this, you're doing a great job, you're strong, you're an amazing person, there's no such thing as failure, only success, you only fail whenever you quit, there's no problems, only solutions. And I feel like you could have maybe gone through a point in your life where you didn't really believe in yourself. And I feel like you're stepping out of that phase, and so maybe you could still have some of those old outdated beliefs about yourself that limit you and that hold you back. And the element of fire is really encouraging you to let go of those, shift your focus and attention from those negative thoughts to the positive ones, shift your focus from the intrusive thoughts to the positive ones. And I'm also hearing there's a lot of things you have to be grateful for. And I feel like in moments of whenever you could be being hard on yourself, or maybe you feel like things aren't working out as they should, really shifting your perspective and saying, no, I've got this. Everything is working out exactly as it should. I'm in the right place at the right time always. And really just shifting your perspective, I feel like would be very helpful for you. But I feel like that's all I have for you, pile number 3. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you being here. If you enjoyed this reading, please give me a like. Please comment down below and let me know. And if you feel called, please subscribe to my channel. It really does help my channel grow. And we would love for you to be subscribed and be a part of the Sailor family. But I think that's all I have for you. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day or night whenever you're watching this. I will see you later. Bye.